Welcome everybody to the first episode of Megadad's Sketch Play. I'm your host Adam Leonard, and in this video series, I'm going to be creating artwork inspired by some of my favorite video games. I've been playing games and drawing for over 30 years, so I figured what better way to launch a new show than by fusing these two things together. A lot of the games you're going to see on Sketch Play may be lesser known or out of the mainstream titles, and most of them will be previous generation games. I want to show you something maybe you haven't seen or played before. In this and every episode of Sketch Play, I will avoid spoilers and show you just enough of the game to give you a foundational understanding about what makes it so great. So let's get started. The first game I'm covering on Sketch Play is Klonoa Door to Phantomile. This game was developed by Namco for the Sony PlayStation back in 1997. I was 17 at the time that this game came out. Holy crap, that was like the Stone Age. It was a prime moment for Sony's debut console. 1997 saw the release of games like Final Fantasy VII, Symphony of the Night, Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, Tomb Raider 2, the list goes on and on. But this game, this little 2.5D platformer, is so special to me that it remains one of my favorite games on the console, and it even landed as number 45 on the Megadad's Top 50 Games of All Time. Klonoa tells the story of this large-eared, furry, adorable little creature named Klonoa and his sidekick Hupo as they travel across the enchanted world of Phantomile on a quest to save it from the evil spectral character known as Gaudius. Now, the fascinating thing about Klonoa is that its music and its visuals portray a whimsical world filled with lovable mascot characters. But the story unravels in a much deeper and more dramatic narrative than you would ever expect. If you talk to anybody who has played through Klonoa, they're sure to point to the emotional story as the main element that stands out about this game. It's kind of a testament to the landscape of gaming at that time. Japanese pop culture was still at the forefront of the gaming industry's best offerings, and Klonoa is anime through and through. Wide-eyed chibi characters portray a story about light and darkness, dreamscape travelers, and a friendship that culminates in a heartbreaking finale that I am in no way ashamed to say brought me to tears. Needless to say, Klonoa left quite an impression on me, and I sincerely hope that you can find yourself a copy of either this version or the remaster that was released on the Nintendo Wii some years later. Now that I've said my piece on the game, I invite you to sit back and watch the rest of this episode of Sketch Play as I illustrate a vision from one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games. This is Klonoa Door to Phantomile.